Motorsports 360 is back in your life, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to episode number 17. Today's November 15th, 2016. B-Sport02 here. Hope you all are having a great day today. I know I am. Tuesday, usual time of our show. And by the way, I like to mention that this show is actually brought to you by, can you take a guess what it's brought to you by? It's brought to you by Watch Dogs 2.
Oh, okay. No.
My favorite.
That's a fun game, I should mention. Yeah, that game is out today, and I love it a lot. But anyway, as I plug in my headset right now, so you guys can get a better listen to me. Hello. All right, let's meet the panelists for tonight's show. We've got Nathan Wozkiewicz.
Hello.
He's got there he is. We got Nathan. We got our king of predictions and our stats guy, Michael Kelly.
What's up, people?
And we've got Nathan's arch rival, Mr. Donald Trump, a.k.a. Jake Rogers.
What's up? I'm going to make America great again, if you know what I'm... Yeah.
And that's Jake Rogers. Now, okay, anyway, in case anyone wondering why there is no Tristan, if you have not heard, he has been banned from Motorsports 360 due to personal reasons. And as a result, we're going to get one new panelist on every week to see who us three and I can hire. Jake is our panelist for the first week, and we wish Tristan all the best in EWRL. But
Yeah, I'm just the replacement.
Yeah,
really.
Just for this week. Just for this week. But anyway, let's get started by reviewing the race. So anyway, cutoff race for the round of 8 at Phoenix, and it was an interesting one, I gotta say. Alex Bowman dominating the race, and then we saw lead changes between Joey Logano and Bowman. Then Jimmy Johnson gets involved in the battle, and then a caution flag comes out. Jimmy pulls up to pit, and he passes the pace car on his way to pit road, gets himself a one-lap penalty, and it takes him out of the race. And then Martin Truex Jr. gets handed the same penalty many laps later, so that was a tough break. And all right, so anyway, moving on. Matt Kenseth, the race leader. Alex Bowman, second. Kyle Busch, third. Joey Logano, fourth. Kevin Harvick, fifth. Now, 2 to go. This is Kenseth's race. Kenseth has got this race in the bag. Logano is going to have a good chance of beating Harvick to advance to the round of 8. And then 2 to go. Michael McDowell blows a tire. We weren't done just yet, people. We went into overtime. On the restart, Alex Bowman, a terrible restart. Kyle Busch got a good restart. Bowman blocks Busch, and then Matt Kenseth just got into Alex Bowman, and then bam, that was it for Kenseth. His chase hopes were done. And then the top 3 at the restart: Logano, Busch, and Kyle Larson. And then guess what? It was all over from there. Joey Logano with the win advances to the Final 4. Kevin Harvick also advancing to the Final 4 as well. Now, wait, what did I say? I'm sorry, I'm stupid. Kyle Busch, I meant. I didn't want to say Kevin Harvick because I don't like Kevin Harvick, actually, to be honest with you people.
Me too.
Yeah, don't worry about that. All right. Anyway, as we look at the top 10, let me get loaded up here on my race results. So the top 10 of this race were Logano, Busch, Larson, Kevin Harvick 4th, Kurt Busch 5th, Alex Bowman 6th, Denny Hamlin 7th, Ryan Blaney 8th, Chase Elliott 9th. How about Paul Menard finishing in 10th? The other chasers, let's see, what else we got? Carl Edwards 19th, doesn't matter for him. He had already advanced. Matt Kenseth 21st. He's out. Trying to find who else. Jimmy Johnson 38th. And then that's all the chasers we got. But anyway, we're gonna be talking about this cup race during discussion time in a little bit. But anyway, now we're going to move on to the Xfinity Series All right, alrighty. Why do I have to talk about this? Austin Dillon finished second, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. third, Justin Allgaier, Ryan Reed sixth, Ty Dillon seventh, Blake Cook eighth, Brad Keselowski ninth, Eric Jones 10th. 10 laps were not led by Kyle Busch. Drivers eliminated from the chase: Blake Cook, Ryan Reed, Bubba Wallace, and Brendan Gaughan. Your final four: Eric Jones, Daniel Suarez, Elliott Sadler, Justin Allgaier. And listen to this. Some controversy after that race. Elliott Sadler with 2 missing lug nuts. If Sadler missed one more, Blake Cook would have been in the final four. Brendan Gaughan, by the way, our condolences at Motorsports 360 to Bubba Wallace because of the passing of his grandmother. That just sucks. I wanted to cry during his interview, man.
I don't cry very often, but I shed a couple tears right there.
Yeah. And 35th. And so it'll be an all-out battle for the championship, and that should be good. Oh yeah, by the way, I'm sorry, I forgot to mention this. Kyle Busch won that race, but probably not.
Well, we won't have to worry about it next year, so who cares?
And then Phoenix, another cutoff race. So anyway, William Byron dominating this race, and then he lost an engine. Man, what a tough break for him. He was 11 laps away from probably winning this championship, and then lost an engine. Byron finishes 27th, drops him out of the final four. The race winner of that race was Daniel Suarez, getting his first Camping World Truck Series win, and that, ladies and gentlemen, deserves a round of applause. All right, Johnny Sauter second, Matt Crafton third, Cameron Haley fourth, Timothy Peters fifth, John Hunter Nemechek sixth, Christopher Bell seventh, Matt Tifft eighth, Ben Kennedy ninth, Cole Custer finished 10th. So it's going to be Sauter, Bell, Peters, and who else am I forgetting? I said Crafton. That's right, Matt Crafton. Man, I can't believe I forgot about Matt Crafton.
Not surprising, actually, because he hasn't been very good this season.
Yeah, absolutely. It just sucks though for William Byron, man. I mean,
yeah,
that's the problem with this format.
It's one of them things.
Yep. Anyway, let's move on to the highlights. It used to be called Tristan's Top Stories, but now he's not here, so I'm calling it now Marty's Mega Stories. So all this stuff comes from jski.com. And yep, that's right. So anyway, Ty Dillon will be running the 95 at Homestead. Going to be his season in the number 95 Advil Chevy. He has one previous start. Last year, he drove the number 33 Next Gen Chevy to a 23rd place finish. Michael, this may be a pretty good crunching the numbers for you, but top 10 lap leaders after 35 races, Martin Truex Jr. has led the most at 1,795. So anyway, kicking off Ford Championship weekend, Zoo Miami, in partnership with Homestead Miami Speedway, hosted an event that features Coda, a 4-year-old cheetah from South Africa. For the second straight year, he made his prediction on who would win the 2016. Anybody remember who he picked last year? No, we don't. Last year he picked Kevin Harvick to win. Hang on a second. I'll be right back. I'm gonna invite my mom in here real quick.
All right.
Who do you guys think that one dislike is?
Hey, Mom.
You.
I'll come here and be in my show.
It was
Take
me.
a while,
No, I'm
guess
just
on who
kidding.
it is. Who is you, Jake?
It has to do with NASCAR. Okay, we'll tell her a little. But anyway, Jimmy Johnson, Martin Truex Jr. not happy about pulling up the pit penalties. NASCAR has responded. Johnson and Truex will talk to NASCAR officials after each driver was penalized a lap for pulling up to pit during Sunday's race. What the?
Papa Beast. What is that? Whipped cream?
Hi, Dad.
Oh no, this is toothbrush.
What?
All right, my parents have shown up. All right, Mom. All right, come here. So anyway, the second straight year, there's this cheater from Miami that makes a the pick to decide who wins the Sprint Cup Series.
Ah.
Who wins the Sprint Cup Series championship? The cheetah, Coda the cheetah, he picked Carl to win the. Mom's an Edwards fan, so.
Yeah.
My mom's an Edwards fan too.
Same.
What?
He's gonna win.
Yeah. All right, that's all.
Am I done?
Yeah, you're done.
Yeah.
All right, so Truex was ranked 10th, penalized on lap 85. Johnson penalized on lap 133 of the race. He's back.
Where's this chocolate?
I already had my. Anyway, I don't even know what I was talking about.
Yeah, I forgot.
Oh yeah, hey Dad. Can you shut my door, please?
Can you bring me some chocolate?
Thanks, Mom. They want chocolate too.
Yeah, dude. I want some
Anyway,
chocolate too.
NASCAR is 15 to 20 initiatives have been studied about around the race. Stakeholders are considering tweaking some Cup race weekends to make them 2-day events instead of 3-day events. We will talk about that during discussion time. Let's see here. NASCAR is considering a major experiment to see if it can improve the racing entertainment at Indianapolis Motor Speedway, where there's been precious few green flag passes. The sanction is considering one of restrictor plate engines in next year's second-tier Xfinity Series event at IMS, as Central Sports has learned. Plate engines, which restrict engine horsepower, are only mandated at Daytona and Talladega if it's a 18 Brickyard 400. Matthew Benedetto and BK Racing have announced that this weekend he will not be driving the 83 or the 93. He'll be driving the 49 NASCAR Heat Evolution Toyota Camry because NASCAR Heat Evolution is now $49.99. So you people that don't have NASCAR Heat Evolution, get it. It's $10 cheaper.
I'm gonna wait 30 bucks.
Still too much.
Yeah. Hey,
You want free
Marty,
games then, I'm guessing.
before we continue, Cody Smart said that he's losing you a bit, and he's right. You are kind of cutting off at some points.
Every time this happens, I don't know why. In a continued effort to take care of its fans and create exciting experiences and lifelong memories, Pocono Raceway announced today that it will offer, or yesterday, a worry-free weather guarantee. It's free to all Pocono fans that hold a Sunday Grandstand Club or Suite ticket to either NASCAR race or IndyCar race in 2017. The worry-free weather guarantee ensures fans that purchase Sunday tickets directly from Pocono Raceway in advance will be reimbursed. Weather postpones the rescheduled event. Michael, that's for you, buddy. Pit/paddock passes will also be eligible for reimbursement.
Yeah, I really could use that. Thanks a lot, Pocono.
Yeah, you're welcome. Monster Energy has actually been a finalist to become the new entitlement sponsor for NASCAR's Premier Cup in contention. Monster is in an advanced stage of negotiations with NASCAR. They're an American beverage company. And I should mention this. Brian France is actually holding a press conference on Sunday before the Cup Series race. It's the new sponsor. We'll talk about that in a little bit.
Could you imagine at the racetrack all the free Monster?
To die because of Monster.
Yeah, Monster. I can imagine Monster just be like Monster Energy Cup Series.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Richard Petty Motorsports. Yeah. All right. Moving on. Richard Petty Motorsports and U.S. Air Force will be teaming up for the 2017 season. Once again, they connect with American season. It will be he'll have it during Memorial Day weekend in Charlotte and at Phoenix. Let's move on here. Trying to see here. All right. All right, so you guys might have heard that Phoenix International Raceway is planning a huge renovation. The plan could. You guys know where the dog leg? That's the plan is to be the new French stretch. So this is going to be like back in '97 when they redid the entire track. Backstretch now, the French stretch. Wednesday, Brian Scott will be retiring at the end of this season to focus on his young and growing family. Brian Scott was finished second at Talladega, then his career was complete. And you know how Brian Scott is related, has a huge sponsorship from Albertsons? Because of that, they will be terminating their NASCAR program at 16. And, yeah, that's the Cup Series news.
That's a lot of news.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So much news it just explodes your mind, people.
Hey, at least we got news to talk about.
Yeah. To the Xfinity Series news, Jordan Anderson will be driving the number 46 this weekend at Homestead. I already
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. We already talked about the two loose lug nuts. Elliott Sadler has his crew chief suspended for this weekend's race. Junior Motorsports race operations manager Mike Bumgarner will be serving as the interim crew chief. Let's see here. What else? DC Solar will be sponsoring the Spring Xfinity race at Phoenix for 2017 and 2018 called the DC Solar 200. Renegon and Kevin Harvick's cars were too low after the Xfinity Series race. As a result, if I can find it, they face a P2 penalty, which I don't know when that's going to happen. Probably be announced tomorrow.
Well, I mean, Brendan Gaughan did wreck. Just saying.
Last week, did we talk about Michael Annett running the full Xfinity season? Yes, we did, because that was more than 7 days ago.
And number 5.
Oh, yeah, going back to some more truck news, I want to show you guys what Nathan just sent to me on Kick. It's a picture of Tony Stewart's paint scheme for this weekend. Trying to copy Jeff Gordon. I hope that paint.
Oh,
Cool.
I like that paint.
Yeah.
I like
West
the
Talley. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. John West Talley still with the ankle injury. He will be missing the season finale at Homestead because he's unable to put full weight on his left ankle.
Who's that, John West?
Yeah.
Shocker.
Austin Cindric has announced he will be joining Brad Keselowski full-time in 2017. Cindric has announced he's leaving BKR after this year, and Daniel Hemrick will be going to the 2. We'll be talking about who gets that second Xfinity Series ride. And let's see here. What else? Two more stories. They actually have to come in IndyCar. Big news just coming out today in silly season. 2 teams is racing. They have announced they have signed Ed Jones to fill their second full-time season seat. Ed Jones will be driving the number 18 Verizon IndyCar Series. I believe the Indy Lights. No. Wait. Won 2 races, collected 8 points. The biggest news that came out today, AJ Foyt Racing has announced that they have signed Carlos Munoz and Connor Daly to drive the number 14 and the number 4 Hondas this season. So as a result, Takuma Sato and Jack Hawksworth have lost their rides. We'll talk about them later on in discussion time. And I do want to give a shout out to James Hinchcliffe. You know, he has made the finale for Dancing with the Stars, and we are all going to be rooting for him. Here's what I'm going to do. If Dancing with the Stars has a season finale, On if the season finale is on Tuesday night, we're gonna move Motorsports 360 to Wednesday. Because we all need to be supporting Hinge. We want to make IndyCar great again. But anyway, now it's time for America's favorite station of the world. And it's time for a little bit of discussion time. Oh, yeah. All right, so anyway, the first question at discussion time, I want to talk about the overtime crash that happened on Sunday between Alex Bowman and Matt Kenseth. Who do you guys think was at fault for that wreck? I'm going to start off with Nathan.
No one.
And your reasoning?
Because it was a racing thing. Like, the Bowman wasn't there when the spotter said he was clear. Then he was there, and Kenseth didn't know. And it wasn't really anyone's fault.
Okay, Greg Popovich. Michael.
Yeah, looking back on it, I realized the error of my ways. That was a racing incident. I apologize for being a jerk about it before. I didn't mean to sound like one. Yeah, I mean, before Bowman kind of cut Kyle Busch off, I think Matt was clear, but then his spotter said one low, and Matt was already going to the inside, and Bowman had no other choice. So, I mean, it's a mix between Bowman cutting Kyle Busch off and shooting himself in the corner, and then Matt Spotter saying clear low when he wasn't clear. So,
All
just
right.
a race, and it's unfortunate, but it happens.
All right, Jake.
I have to agree with Nathan. I don't think it was really anyone's fault. I think it was just a freak accident.
All righty. Let's see what the people are saying. People are saying it's Kansas Spotter's fault, which I do say, yeah, it was. All right, so the next question for you guys, I want to talk about Alex Bowman. You know, Junior Motorsports has announced that they're for full-time Xfinity Series drivers. We don't know if J.O. Jr. will be back for the 2017 Daytona 500 or even at all. I believe he will be back for the 500. Man, my eye is itching big time. I don't know why. But anyway, where will Alex Bowman be next year? Michael, start off with you.
To be honest with you, I have absolutely no idea. If he's gonna get a ride, his options are very, very limited. At this point, I don't really know exactly what's left for him to even ride in. I would hope that he does get a ride, but it's just getting really late for him to be finding one. Maybe something will open up in December or January and he can get in at the last second, but right now it's too close to home. I couldn't call it. I don't know.
Okay, Jake.
I actually see him in the truck series replacing Cole Custer in the 00.
That's
Maybe
a
he'll
good
be
one.
renumbered. Maybe he'll have a different sponsor. But
That
I at
is a
least
good
see
one.
him there.
Yeah, because, last season, last time we drove for the trucks, it was actually the 00 back when Custer was 17 years of age. And that was actually at Michigan. And I actually met him at that race and took a selfie with him. All right, Nathan.
Bowman said himself that he's not gonna have a ride next year. He's just gonna be doing testing for Hendrick, and he's gonna be there as a substitute in case something happens to anyone.
Okay. So anyway, next question. I want to talk about the penalties regarding Jimmy Johnson and Truex. They got penalties for pulling up to pit, which is passing the pace car to come into the pit road. And then, also back at Charlotte, Chase Elliott, I believe, was leading the race, and he did the same thing but never got penalized. So, penalty, because in my opinion, I think this is pretty dumb. What's going on? Jake, start off with you.
Well, I think it's kind of inconsistent, if you ask me, for them getting penalized when Chase Elliott wasn't penalized back at Charlotte.
All right. Michael.
Yeah, I mean, since it affected my favorite driver, of course I'd say it's stupid, but I know there's all that talk about, lap down drivers could get their lap back, but I don't know. I don't know exactly all the technicalities with everything, but they could just make a rule saying that you can pass the pace car all you want, but you're not going to get a lap back for it. I really don't know. I don't know what they're going to do about that, but they're going to talk to Truex and Johnson, so we'll just have to wait and see what happens.
Okay, Nathan.
I mean, most of the time it's a close call. That's why they don't call it. But this time it's pretty obvious. Both times it happened. So I think it's. I think they got it right.
All right. All right, next question. Brian Scott has just announced his retirement. So what do you guys think is going to happen to the 44 car? Will someone drive it full-time or will it be a non-charter? And if you guys don't think it is Casey Mears or Ty Dillon, never mind. We'll get to them later on. Who do you guys think drives the 44 car next season? Nathan, start off with you.
No one.
It's going to be gone? They're going to sell.
I think they're going to sell it off because they've done so bad this year with both their teams. So
Here's
they
my
probably just
question.
want to downsize to one car.
Here's my question for you. Will they sell their charter to either Tommy Baldwin Racing? Will they keep their full-time charter, or will Germain Racing get that second charter and then get Ty Dillon in that second Germain team? Or wait a second. Biffle's contract ends this year, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Could JTG pick that up?
That's what I was going to say. I think they're going to sell it to that team.
Alrighty, you heard it, Michael.
Yep, I'm in the same boat with Nathan. We've talked about this. I don't remember what episode it was. It was a few weeks ago. We talked about, what we thought they would do with that 44 team. They've really never been competitive, even when it was the 9 car with Marcos Sandros. They're really only competitive at road courses. Still kind of are. But at this point, I don't think it's worth it for them to stay open in that department. And yeah, sell that charter to JTG and put Greg Biffle on.
All right, Jake.
I honestly still see it in 2017 since they have announced that they might have it in 2017. The only driver I can think of on the top of my head that could take the 44 is Jeb Burton. Since he has the SDS and Rockridge sponsorship.
Yeah.
Their Xfinity Series team when it was around.
Yeah. Cody actually agrees with you. He thinks it'll either be Jeb Burton or no one. Alrighty, so next question I want to talk about the controversy of the chase. There's some people that like the chase, like me, because this gives you all the drama, like March Madness. And then some people think that, drivers are always out of the chase, like William Byron, Martin Truex, Greg Keselowski. So, how would you change the chase so it can still be exciting? What would you put the emphasis on, basically? Would you place the emphasis on wins, points, or maybe even average finishes? We'll start off with Michael.
I honestly think the emphasis on wins is a good thing. I think when NASCAR brought that idea into the sport in 2014, I thought it was a good idea because, you could win like 5 races in the season, but still only finish third in the points, which didn't really seem unfair to that guy who had the most wins in the season, fastest car all year, but had a couple bad races, and then the guy who was more consistent with points won the championship. I think that really kind of balances it out. You still have the guy who runs well and consistent and gets those points to move on to the next round, but you also have those guys that are fast and can compete for wins. I think it's a good balance.
All right, so you like how the chase is basically right now.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty.
Yeah, one driver has a bad race, but if you don't step it up for the playoffs and you don't bring the best of the best of your equipment and bring your A game, sorry, you're out.
All right, let's go to someone who is against it, definitely, as we've heard in YouTube comments and Quiz Up comments. Nathan. All right, let's hear this. All right, hang on a second. I should mention, welcome to Under. We've got Michael Kelly as Skip Bayless, and we've got Nathan Waskiewicz as Shannon Sharp. So, Shannon, what do you got? Counter that.
Okay, what I'm going to say about this is that I think it doesn't really reward the guys with the most wins because Keselowski and Truex coming into the chase had the most wins, and they both got knocked out because of an engine. and they brought their best equipment, and Keselowski got wrecked out. Truex lost an engine. Keselowski lost an engine. So there's too much like variation in the sport to have this kind of format. So if you're gonna keep this format, I would say let the guys with the most points get buys or something like the highest guy in the regular season gets a bye, something like that. Or I think the 10 race thing was pretty good, the one we had before 2014.
Okay.
Can I say? Can I? All right. We'll let.
My butt.
Yeah.
Go
No,
ahead.
No. Let's hear what. All right. Oh crap! I forgot what I was gonna say.
All right, we'll go to Jake then.
Give me a second. I'll think of it.
Jake.
Okay. I'd say get rid of the chase, or at least go back to the old format, because it's inconsistent. Drivers with more wins are getting out too early, and drivers with less or no wins are moving on to the final four.
Okay. Michael, your
So-
rebuttal.
I know that it does hurt the people with the most wins. It can, but that's only because they didn't bring their A game. The wreck at Kansas with Keselowski, he did that to himself. He came up in front of Hamlin, and Hamlin had nowhere to go.
Then he was going to win at Talladega, but the bag of Lay's chips got in his
Kinda did
engine.
that to himself. And then with the bag, I mean, when you're the leader, that's going to happen. And I think if maybe they had pulled that move off sooner, he would have gotten the trash off, and he probably would have moved on. Now, Truex, that was just a fluke thing. That happens. I mean, that's racing. That's a part of it. So you can't really blame that on the chase.
And then William
And
Byron had like 7 wins this season or something.
He didn't have a fantastic round
6
of,
wins.
What was it, round of
6
6? He didn't have a fantastic round of 6, so you got to keep that in mind too. Same thing.
But he dominated the race at Phoenix though.
Yeah, his engine blew up though, so obviously it couldn't last all those laps.
That was out of his control, though.
Yeah, there's too much out of the driver's control to have this kind of format. Like in other sports, it's all under their control.
It's the same
And-
thing when you're trying to get into the chase at Richmond. You can have a blown engine and you can be out. That's a part of racing.
In Richmond, before that, you have 26 races to win. In this one, you only have 3 races to win. You have 26 tries in the regular season. In the chase, you only have 3.
You got to be on your A game. If you're not on your A game, you're not going to move on. I'm sorry, but that's just how it is.
All right, I will join in on this argument as well. So anyway, how about this? I like how you have that elimination system, but I say "but" with capital letters on that. Do
And
not.
2 teeth.
Yeah, no, 1 T. For the regular season, the emphasis is about winning based on the seeds. But then when the chase comes, it may sound confusing based on an average finish per race. So, for example, William Byron in first, William Byron led the most laps in that race, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And so if you did average, William Byron would probably have advanced to the final 4 in my opinion, but it probably sounds confusing.
No, it's not confusing, but the only problem with that is that veterans like Matt Crafton and Timothy Peters, who have run like 10 or 15 races at Phoenix, with William Byron only having 1 or 2, that gives an unfair advantage to him, because what if he's finished in the top 10 in both of those races?
I'm not talking about average finish in every single race. I'm talking about the average position you're in.
Average running position.
Yes, absolutely. That's what I'm trying to say. Alrighty, so let's get to our next question here. Who do you guys think in the Cup Series will be a breakthrough contender for 2017? We'll go to Jake.
I'm sorry, what was the question? I was just...
Who do you guys think who do you think will be a breakthrough for the Cup Series in 2017?
I feel like this could be Chase Elliott's breakout year. 2016 was an okay season, but he has no wins unless he wins at Homestead. So yeah, 2017 breakout season for Chase.
Alrighty. Nathan.
I'm gonna say for Kyle Larson, he's gonna get 3 or more wins. He's gonna make the chase. He's gonna make it to the round of 8 or further, assuming we still have this format, and he'll be a contender for the title next year.
Alrighty. Michael.
This is someone that I've actually said before when we brought up something like this, similar to this, looking towards next season. You guys might be surprised when I say this, though. Clint Boyer. I mean,
Oh, wow.
wheelman. He can get it done if he has the equipment. He's with H. Scott this year. Of course he's not going to be doing well, and he hasn't. I mean, this year is going to be motivation for him for next year. Looking at how bad he's done this year, he's going to use that as motivation. He's going to take it straight to the top. He may even get to the round of 8 next year. Bold prediction.
Alrighty, boys, you're about to get schooled. Are you people forgetting about the Toyotas? I mean, I may call them cheaters, but they have a lot of good dang horsepower, and especially Furniture Road Racing. How are you guys forgetting Eric Jones, man? I mean, this kid is for real. He's dominated the Xfinity Series so far this season. He's the favorite to win the Xfinity Series championship. He's going to Furniture Road Racing with a great team next year. The TRD engines, a good energy is not good for you. Watch out for Eric Jones. He will make the chase, and I think he might be able to get a win.
I did think about Eric Jones for a minute, and I don't think this 2017 will be his breakout season. Probably like in like 2 or 3 years, it'll be his breakout season. Just not like right now.
Yeah, I think he's too inconsistent right now to do that. Like this year, he's had like 5 wins, but he's also like the 5th or 6th most highest point. Like he has less points than like Brendan Gaughan and like as far as everyone else, Allgaier. So he gets the wins, but he's not consistent enough to compete in the Cup Series just yet.
Yeah, I agree with that. But
I mean, yeah, he won the 20 Truck Series championship, but yeah, other than that, he's kind of inconsistent. He's good, but he's inconsistent.
Alrighty. So anyway, this Sunday, Brian France will be holding a press conference, and it is likely that it will be announcing the new sponsor and probably the new logo for the 2017 Cup Series. What do you guys think that sponsor is going to be? I started with Jake last time, so we're going to go to Nathan. What will that sponsor be?
Hello.
Hillary, are you there? He's probably focused on his deleted emails.
Yeah, you can thank me for that.
Where'd he go?
All right, we'll just go to Michael first. What the heck? Why not?
Okay. Me and my friend were actually talking about this afternoon, and we both really hope it's Monster Energy, and I think it's going to be, because that's the only sponsor that they've talked about, and I guess they're in the lead for I don't know, whatever. But I think it's going to be Monster Energy, and I hope it is, and it sounds cool, and just imagine all the free Monster that we would get at the race.
Oh crap! Do you know what this means?
What?
If Monster Energy, if Monster Energy is the title sponsor, we have to go from Miss Spring Cup to Monster Girls.
Oh, that's awesome! Have you seen the Monster Girls, dude?
Yeah, that means Madison Martin and who's the other one? Who's the other Miss Spring
Monster Girls? We can turn them into Monster
Nathan's
Girls.
back.
All right, Nathan, what are you thinking the sponsor will be for next season?
Probably Monster Energy, or if not, then Coca-Cola. Couldn't say that because they own Monster Energy, so it's gonna be one of them.
And then Tristan has to get rid of the Coca-Cola Cup Series then.
Haha.
Okay, Jake, what you got?
I've been looking on J-Ski for the possible ones, like there's like High Sense and Crown Royal, and those kind of. While those are not in my mind, I'd also I thought about this, and I guess the only one that's really going to be, in my opinion, is going to be Monster Energy.
Yeah,
It
it sounds like it
seems.
will be Monster Energy.
Monster
All
Energy
right.
is a huge sponsor, so if we do get them, that'd be fantastic for all the people that we
Yeah.
bring into the sport. That'd be great.
Mm-hmm. All right, next question for you guys. So we all love the 2-day race weekends that NASCAR has. I love leaving my house on a Thursday, getting to the track on a Friday. So do you guys think that we should have 2-day race weekends, or should we just leave it at 3? Jake, start with you.
I guess yes and no. You can have 2-day weekends for some. I know NASCAR's already doing it, but like two for some, but not others.
Mm-hmm.
Like for example, like when it's towards the end of the season, I know NASCAR's doing this too. Just have 3-day weekends for who's going to be like the champion
Mm-hmm.
for that series, and for like the beginning of the season, they can have those 2 race weekends being like a pattern: Xfinity truck, etc., etc.
Okay. Nathan.
I think a 2-day weekend might be better if it's like a standalone race for like the Cup Series or the Xfinity Series, which I think they already do that. But because even if it's just like 2 of the series, because they can fit in the practices and the qualifying all in one, like on a Saturday or a Friday, and then race on Saturday and Sunday. So it would benefit if there's not all 3 series and they're in one weekend.
Okay. I forgot Michael. So yeah, go ahead, Michael.
I don't really have an issue with the way it is right now. If they were gonna forget what I was just about to say. It's fine the way it is now. I don't really have a problem with it. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna say.
All right, last question before we make our predictions. Who do you guys think is going to field? We already know that. That Austin Cindric is going to have the first full-time BKR car. Who do you guys think is going to field the second? Nathan, start off with you.
I'm gonna say what Cody Smart said earlier. He said Briscoe from ARCA.
Chase Briscoe. All right.
Yes, we'll go with them.
I've been thinking Austin Terrio. All right. Let's see what Michael's got.
I got Austin Terrio.
All right. Finally, Jake.
Okay, I got 3 names. One of them is Austin Terrio. The other one's also Chase Briscoe. But another one, I've been paying attention to the K&N Pro Series, and I probably think it's going to be the H. Scott Tyler Dipple in the.
Tyler Dipple. What about Justin Haley? What do you think about him?
I think he's going to be in the Brown Motorsports truck team.
All right. Well, it's 8:43. We usually do predictions at 8:45. So you know what? Why not? Just go with this one question. AJ Foyt racing with Connor Daly, Carlos Munoz. How do you guys steer? Mike, start off with you.
You cut off in the middle of the question. Can you say
All right.
it?
Doing next year with Carlos Munoz and Connor Daly.
You cut off again.
How do you guys see Carlos Munoz and Connor Daly doing in 2017 for AJ Foyt?
You
AJ
cut off again.
No, I didn't. Just answer the question.
Fairly well, I believe. They're 2 pretty good IndyCar drivers. I feel like they'll have some good runs here and there. Who knows? I think Munoz could be a championship contender. We'll just have to wait and see what happens.
All right, Jake.
I think they're going to flop. Just going to say it. They're going to flop.
All righty.
You cut off again.
And
No,
I think you said. Yes, you did.
You did.
Nathan.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say Munoz does well, and gets a win or 2, contends for the championship. And just to say this for Josh, I think we're gonna see Pagnow. Pagnow. I still can't say his name.
I don't know.
I think we're gonna see him run the road courses next year in the Sprint Cup Series.
That'd be pretty cool.
Ooh, yeah, it'd be
He's
like
been
it'd be
going to
like
cup
you guys
races all year.
remember it drive for Chip Ganassi at the road courses back in like 2003, 2004.
Does anyone know what he just said?
Nope.
I heard 2003, 2004.
Wow. It's like Scott Pruitt for Chip Ganassi Racing. Remember that?
What'd he say?
No, I
remember that.
didn't! Alrighty, now we move on to the predictions. The first one, we got the Truck Series race at Homestead, Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern Time on FS1. I'm going to have you guys see what you guys expect for this race. Who do you guys see winning, and who is your champion for 2016? I am going to go first on this one, but first, Tristan does, but he's gone, so I do him now. So we got Scott Legacy Jr. in the 02. Usually races in the Florida races.
Oh yeah, he's gonna definitely win.
Chaser Christopher Bell in the 4. Brady Boswell racing for JWT in the 05. Patrick Stirapoli back in the 07. Matt Tift is going to be the 11. Stuart Friesen's back in the 16. Noah Gregson makes his second start in the 18. Excuse me. Austin Hill back in the 20. Kyle Larson's going to be driving the 24.
At least said no cup drivers.
Reed Sorensen in the 49. Spencer Boyd in the 50. Guys. Alan Day in the 71.
But he's not in Dodge.
Sally.
Alan Day.
I think this means we're going to see him in the full time next year.
Ryan Truex in the 81, and this is interesting for a lot of people, but Grant Enfinger is entered in the 92. Should mention some drivers that are going to be making their last full-time Truck Series start include Cole Custer, William Byron, Daniel Hamrick, Tyler Reddick, four drivers are going to be leaving the Truck Series full-time to go to the Xfinity Series. So anyway, this is what I think is going to happen. You're going to see William Byron. I got William Byron to win this race. So anyway, which means it's going to be this title. Let's flashback to a few weeks ago. What do I say about Homestead Miami Speedway?
I don't know. We missed on who you said your champion is.
Yeah, because I haven't even said it yet.
Oh, well, you cut off. I thought you said your champion. My bad.
Nah. I've said that Homestead is a high line track.
Oh, okay.
And who's the guy that's good on the high lines?
Kyle Larson.
Christopher Bell.
Oh, really?
Dude, Homestead's like a dirt track. That's where Bell got ours.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Remember?
So I've got Christopher. Oh, he's gonna be your champion. Alrighty, Clinton, what do you got?
Oh, it's me.
Clinton.
All right, sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You should know better, Nathan.
Come on, bro.
Okay, I think I'm gonna say that Larson wins the race, and the champion, he's been pretty fast recently. I'm gonna say it's gonna be 21 of Johnny Sauter.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. All right, Trump.
All right, I got William Byron to win the race, and Johnny Sauter to win the championship.
Alrighty. Finally, the king of predictions.
King says William Byron wins the race, just like everyone else pretty much. And the champion for the 2016 Chase in the NASCAR Cape World Truck Series is, for the first time, Johnny Sauter.
Alrighty. So anyway, next up we've got the Xfinity Series race at Homestead on Saturday at 3:30 p.m. Eastern Time on NBCS, and the notable entries for the championship. Elliott Sadler in the 1. Austin Dillon's going to be in the 2. Cole Custer in the 5. And Brandon Hightower in the 13. Cole Witt's going to be in Joy in the 24. Ryan Blaney in the 22. Matt Tift driving the 18. The 25 is meant to be announced. Kyle Larson in the 42. Jordan Anderson in the 46. The 77 is meant to be announced, as is the 97 like usual. BJ McLeod in the 78. Brandon Brown in the 86. Eric Almirola in the 98. And Alex Bowman in the 88. Oh, yeah. Jeff Green is in the 99 as well. And Alan Day is in the 40 in a Dodge. No, I'm kidding.
Dang it.
Alrighty. So this is probably going to be, in my opinion, the closest Xfinity Series title ever. In my opinion, I believe
Absolutely.
in my opinion, I'm going to see Kyle Larson winning this race, and then the Xfinity Series title will be determined finish
Oh, what?
Oh.
between Eric Jones and
Who did he say? Did he
Eric
say,
Jones is going to be your champion.
Oh.
I cannot go against Eric Jones. I like this guy so much. I told him that I hope he wins the championship, so I got to pick him. Alrighty, let's go to Trump.
For me to win not only the race but the championship, Eric Jones.
Clinton. Clinton. Hello.
finishing deleting your emails?
You don't have to be so sad that I beat you.
I was muted, sorry.
You're deleting your emails for a moment.
I'm gonna say race winner is gonna be Austin Dillon, but the champion is gonna be the 7 of Allgaier.
Oh.
Oh.
And let me just say,
Dang.
the 77 car doesn't have it's entered in the race, doesn't have a driver announced yet, but I noticed that team is so shady. Like it's based out of Africa, like Obiaka Racing.
Yeah.
They're based out of Africa, and they always wait until after the lineup comes out to announce if they're gonna enter or not, and then the driver. It's really weird.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, let's see what the Kings got.
All right. So I am in the same boat with Marty on the race winner. I think it was you who said the race winner. Kyle
Yeah.
Larson.
Yep.
Yeah, Kyle Larson. He's going to win. It's a highline track. I mean, you can't go against Kyle Larson on that. Now, this is going to be the closest Xfinity Series championship fight ever. And it is going to be the closest out of all 3 series. I think it'll be determined by 1 position, 1 or 2 seconds on the racetrack. I have been going Eric Jones all season long. He has been the guy to beat. He still is the guy to beat. But I don't care what statistics say. I'm going his teammate, Daniel Suarez.
Mr. Suarez, you got?
Si, senor.
Alrighty. Yep, I see what you did. Alrighty, now we move on to our featured race, the Cup Series race at Homestead. Get your diecast ready, people. First, I'm going to say the entry list, and then I am going to move on, and then we will talk about who, and then Michael's going to crunch the numbers, then I'll give you my prediction. So, anyway, for the Cup. Matt DiBenedetto is going to be in the 49 for this weekend. Okay, what else?
Isn't Dylan Lupton in the 32?
Yes, he is. Greg Alding is in the 30 as well. Michael McDowell is in the 59.
Oh,
Giving
the
title in
59
the
is not in
95.
First race, but the last race.
And Jeffrey Earnhardt's going to be in the 83. All right, Michael, crunch the numbers.
All right. Do you want me to have the background music or not?
Sorry, what?
Do you want me to have the background music or not?
Go ahead.
All right. Can you guys hear that?
Yeah.
No. Nope. I can't hear it.
Oh, we'll just get rid of it. All right. Enough stalling. Okay. Okay. Homestead Miami Speedway. We're gonna crunch the numbers. Championship.
One bank.
Brought to you by Credit One Bank. Kyle Busch. We're gonna start off with him. Last year, he won the race and he won the championship. He has an average finish of 21st. Only 2 top 5s, but the only driver in the championship 4 without a pole. Carl Edwards has 1. Logano and Johnson both have 2. Edwards, in this recent history of this chase format, has never made it past the round of 8. And he has been wanting to get to this championship 4 ever since we brought this format. Because if he does, his statistics are fantastic at Homestead. 2 wins in 2008 and 2010. He has the best average finish among the 4 drivers, 9th. He has 5 top 5s, and he has the most laps led by a race winner. Now, Joey Logano, not too flashy. 4th is his best finish in this format. I have no idea what his best finish at the track is. Probably like 8th or 7th or something. 18th place average finish. Only 1 top 5. Only 1. So he hasn't had the greatest luck there, but who knows? It's championship 4 time. They've got some momentum after winning Phoenix. We'll just have to wait and see what happens. He is the youngest pole winner at 22 years old. He's probably going to get the pole. I'm going to say that right now. Jimmy Johnson, he has never made it past the round of 12. So to get to where he is today is very impressive for him. His best finish at the track is 2nd in 2010. Average finish of 14th. 4 top 5s. 6 championships, all coming from finishing well at Homestead and throughout the chase. No wins at that track. No wins. That is Crunching the Numbers, brought to you by Credit One Bank.
Alrighty, here we go for predictions. I'm going to first talk about Jimmy Johnson and the number 48. So, Jimmy Johnson, 6 NASCAR champ. 6 championships, man. My goodness. He won 6 championships within 8 years. That's like 3 Joey Logano pit stops. If you get my. But anyway, I want to talk about who's won the race when Jimmy's won the championship. In 2009 and 2013, it was Denny Hamlin. In 2006, it was 2006. It was Greg Biffle. 2007, it was Matt Kenseth. Now the other 2 have been won by some guy named Carl Edwards. Guess what? I'm taking off this. Carl Edwards, baby. Carl Edwards, number 19, is going to be your champion for 2018. That's right.
I love the shirt reveal.
Thank you. I can digest as well. All right, we'll move on to we'll go to Jake again.
I've noticed a trend with the new format that NASCAR has implemented. The most talked about driver usually doesn't win the race or the championship. Look at Ryan Newman, 2014. He was the most talked about by not winning a race, but still making a Final Four anyway. He didn't win the race or the championship. Kevin Harvick did. He was not that. He didn't talk about that at all. 2015, Jeff Gordon, last season. Yeah, he didn't win the championship, but it was Kyle Busch who won it instead. Now, coming in here, it seems like Jimmy Johnson is more talked about, so I don't think he's going to win the championship. To me, I'm going to go with Carl Edwards. as your
Top
not
Jake,
only the
gotcha.
race winner but the race champion or the series champion.
Yep. Oh yeah. By the way, I am mentioning Carl is the winner and the champion. I'm the same with Jake. All right, Hillary, what do you got?
Okay, so I think that the race winner is going to be the champion. I think one of those four guys is going to win the race. And looking at some driver averages here, the best in the last few years have been Harvick, Keselowski, Kenseth Gordon, McMurray, Newman, Johnson, Logano, Menard. Yeah, if we look at team averages, this is where I looked at last week when I chose Logano. Penske had by far the highest team average at Phoenix. And again, here at Homestead, they have a 6.5 average finish as a team with 3 top 5s, 3 top 10s. And Joey Logano has the 4th highest driver rating on mile-and-a-half tracks this year and last year. So I'm going to go
So,
Joey Logano wins the race in the championship.
all righty. So we've got 2 Edwards and 1 Logano. And now, what does the King predict?
I think we all know.
Yeah.
The King is in a very tough spot this week. He is mixed between his favorite driver, not trying to jinx him, not trying to jinx anyone else. I am very conflicted. I am very nervous. My palms are already sweaty. I am going to throw all my chips on the table. At this point in the season, it's almost over. I don't care anymore. I think Daniel Suarez, for me personally, was a bold prediction. So you know what? I'm going bold prediction again. The race winner will not be the race champion. You know who the race winner will be? He will get his first career win as a rookie, Chase Elliott.
Wow. All right.
That's bold. If that isn't bold, I don't know what is. And the champion. Yeah, this is going to be the most competitive championship that we've had in the Sprint Cup Series so far in this format because we don't have an underdog. All of these guys have been strong throughout the season. Well, except for me, I guess. He had the summer slump, but this is going to be the most competitive Final Four we have ever had. These are the 4 drivers who are almost most deserving. It's kind of controversial there, but I want to say Jimmy so bad, but for the sake of not jinxing him, because the last time I picked him to win a race, he wrecked. If Jimmy doesn't win, Carl Edwards is the champion. He wants it bad. His statistics are fantastic at Homestead. Carl Edwards.
All righty. So we've got 3 Edwards, and then there's a Joey Logano, man. All right. So that's scheduled for Motorsports 360. The next episode should be next Tuesday, unless the season finale of Dancing with the Stars is on that night. Then we're going to move it to Wednesday so we can all support Hinch. So anyway, Jake, thank you for coming on the show and being our interim panelist.
You're welcome.
Anyway, for Jake Rogers, Michael Kelly, Nathan Watzke, it's BSport02. This show is brought to you by Credit One Bank in the Dodge. We'll see you later. Whoa.
Hey guys, real quick,
Hey,
don't end it yet. If you haven't looked on Twitter, I made a Motorsports 360 Twitter account, so go follow it at the 360 fam.
Yeah, follow us at the 360 fam.
By the way, the finale is on Monday, so it won't conflict.
Okay, good. So
Yeah.
we're doing it on Tuesday then.
So
I got nothing to
we'll
say.
know if he wins or not by then.
All right, cool. All right. In a
And you
Dodge.
cut out.